Hey guys, so this is the table to you I was talking about. Just gonna make these flaps a little bit more precise. Yeah, they were just bent a little bit, so I wanted them to like stand on their legs more. But anyway, gonna flip that over for now. Yeah, it's a lot better. And by the way, this is really simple to make, so just scoot that over. You can't just pretend like all these distractions that we have in today's world don't exist. But we have to truly have the audacity and courage and bravery to admit that those good old days can be learned from. However, if we do allow these meaningful moments to just easily pass, we cannot expect ourselves to grow from it. So, with that being said, I would deeply encourage everyone watching this video to realize that growth doesn't just happen overnight, but it does and can happen if you let it happen. Because success takes an extreme amount of time and patience, let alone time and patience that you must be willing to have if, only if, you are going to be willing to make some sacrifices in return for some greater ones. Additionally, no man should ever ignore a woman's love, but if a woman's love ignores a meaningful relationship, that's when you should stop and think to realize that maybe, just maybe, that these things in life aren't meaningful and they're happening for a season, not for a reason. Therefore, no amount of external love can satisfy you if you're used to having an internal passion for things in life. The same logic applies to people who have spent their whole lives applying logic, rather than just consuming content or not learning anything by not living up to your greatest potential. So I deeply encourage you guys to do that. And now I'm on to the real kicker here. This is the part where your mind shifts from, why did this happen to me? To, I'm glad that all this has happened to me. And I am also extremely grateful to have this opportunity and chance that I have, of which that I know and that I could get and deserve to have. I just need to keep working and striving to become a better person. And not based on how other people want me to be. Not based on how others manipulate and criticize just to demoralize their own accomplishments and achievements and goals. There's got to be more than life to life than just constantly scrolling on Instagram. I mean, seriously, what is the point in consuming content if you don't even create it? Everyone only lives once, and to think that many, many years ago, life was a lot different from back then. And of course, I can't necessarily relive it, but what I can do is to relearn everything that I've experienced, and not to come out as a regretful person, but as a genuine and thoughtful and caring person. I've always heard many talk about how grateful they are to have the opportunity that they have. But also, you need to realize that things that you have don't matter, in that your dreams and goals are significantly more important than possessions or what has to offer for what they or it can do to you. That is known to man. I miss the days where sleepovers were normal and when there were less rules, regardless of there being crimes and violent people. I miss that we used to be more considerate for people, for how we thought life would be, but we still chose kindness in every way. And it was in that moment that I knew that what I was striving for was ultimately going to work out. and that it is completely normal for you to feel this way, especially if you want to succeed. So if you look around at all of the things that we have open in today's world, don't look at them externally, but rather internally, and to never use selfishness for obedience, but instead to use all of those moments and selfishness for obedience, into faithfulness from authenticity, and to live those moments and memories.